Sega's story began far from the world of home consoles. Founded in 1940 as service games, the company started by providing coin-operated amusement machines to US military bases in Japan. As the company grew, it set its sights on the burgeoning arcade industry. Sega's innovative spirit quickly became apparent. The company released a string of hit arcade games that captivated players worldwide. Periscope, released in 1966, was a pioneering submarine simulator that became a global sensation. Sega continued to push technological boundaries with games like Fonz, released in 1976, which featured groundbreaking three-dimensional graphics. Another milestone was in 1979, which introduced players to an isometric perspective, adding a new dimension to arcade gaming. These early successes cemented Sega's reputation as a leader in arcade entertainment, setting the stage for their eventual foray into the home console market. Sega's arcade legacy is not just about individual games, it's about creating experiences. The company understood the power of immersion and sensory overload. Games like and weren't just about playing, they were about feeling the rush of speed, the wind in your hair, and the thrill of the chase. Sega's arcades became cultural hubs, places where friends gathered to compete, socialize, and experience the cutting edge of gaming technology. This focus on creating memorable experiences would later become a defining characteristic of Sega's approach to home consoles. Sega's early arcade successes provided the financial foundation and the technological know-how for their ambitious entry into the home console market. The lessons learned from developing and marketing arcade games would prove invaluable as Sega prepared to take on established giants like Nintendo in the battle for living room supremacy. Little did anyone know that this company, born from the ashes of World War II, would go on to revolutionize the way we play video games, showcasing the console's superior power. And in 1983, Sega dipped its toes into the home console market with the SG-1000. Released on the same day as Nintendo's Famicom, later known as the Nintendo Entertainment System or NES, the SG-1000 struggled to gain traction. Despite this early setback, Sega refused to be deterred. The company released the Master System in 1986, which found moderate success in the US and Europe. However, it was the Sega Genesis, released in 1989, that would truly announce Sega's arrival as a major player in the console wars. The Genesis, known as the Mega Drive in regions outside North America, boasted impressive 16-bit graphics and a more mature library of games compared to the NES. Sega's aggressive marketing campaign, with its Sega Does What Nintendo Don't slogan, directly targeted Nintendo's dominance. The company secured popular arcade ports like Golden Axe. However, it was the arrival of a certain blue hedgehog that would truly catapult the Genesis to new heights. The Genesis's success can be attributed to a combination of factors. Sega's willingness to push boundaries, both in terms of technology and marketing, resonated with players. The console's focus on arcade-perfect ports and more mature titles attracted an older audience that Nintendo had yet to capture. The Genesis became synonymous with a sense of cool and rebellion, a stark contrast to Nintendo's more family-friendly image. This bold approach would define Sega's strategy throughout the 16-bit era. Not only propelled Sega to new heights, but also forever changed the landscape of platforming games upon the world. In 1991, Sega unleashed Sonic the Hedgehog. The game was a revelation with its lightning-fast gameplay, vibrant graphics, and catchy soundtrack. Sonic, the blue blur himself, became a global icon, embodying Sega's spirit of speed and attitude. He was the anti-Mario, a rebellious teenager who fought for freedom and wasn't afraid to break the rules. Sonic's arrival marked a turning point in the console wars, establishing the Genesis as a genuine contender to Nintendo's throne. Sonic's impact extended far beyond video games. He became a multimedia phenomenon, starring in comic books, animated series, and merchandise galore. His image adorned everything from clothing to lunchboxes, cementing his status as a pop culture icon. The success of his influence can still be felt today in countless games that followed in his speedy footsteps. The creation of Sonic was no accident. Sega recognized the need for a mascot who could rival the likes of Mario. They assembled a team of talented developers and designers, tasking them with creating a character that embodied the Genesis's power and attitude. The result was a character that resonated with players on a global scale, becoming synonymous with Sega itself. Sonic's legacy is a testament to the power of a well-designed mascot and the impact it can have on a brand's success. Despite the Genesis's success, Sega's momentum began to falter in the mid-1990s due to a series of strategic missteps. The Sega CD, a CD-ROM add-on for the Genesis, promised to revolutionize gaming with its expanded storage capacity and multimedia capabilities. However, the add-on was expensive and suffered from a lack of compelling software, failing to capture the public's imagination. The 32X, another add-on intended to bridge the gap to the next generation of consoles, further muddled Sega's messaging and alienated consumers. These missteps were compounded by the launch of the Sega Saturn in 1995. The Saturn was a powerful console with a complex hardware architecture that proved difficult for developers to program for. Its high price tag and limited library of compelling titles hampered its appeal. Sega's decision to launch the Saturn early in the US, fueled by internal pressure and a desire to beat Sony's PlayStation to market, backfired spectacularly. The premature launch resulted in a limited supply of consoles and a fragmented market, allowing Sony to gain a crucial foothold. Sega's struggles during this period can be attributed to a combination of internal strife, technological missteps, and a failure to anticipate the changing market landscape. The company's once clear vision became muddled as it grappled with internal power struggles and a rapidly evolving industry. The Saturn's failure to capture the public's imagination marked a turning point for Sega, signaling the beginning of the company's decline as a console manufacturer. The Dreamcast, released in 1999, was Sega's bold step into the future. With its innovative features like online gaming and a built-in modem, it was truly ahead of its time. However, despite its groundbreaking technology, the Dreamcast struggled to compete in a crowded market. But its influence on the gaming industry can't be understated. Meanwhile, Sony's PlayStation was becoming a juggernaut dominating the console market with its vast library of games and strong third-party support. Then came Microsoft, entering the arena with the Xbox in 2001. This new competition further crowded the market, making it even tougher for Sega to regain its footing. In 2001, Sega made the difficult decision to exit the console market and focus solely on software development. This shift allowed Sega to bring its beloved franchises to a wider audience across multiple platforms. It was a new chapter for the company, one that ensured its survival and continued relevance in the gaming world. Reflecting on Sega's journey, it's clear that the company has had a lasting impact on the gaming industry. Lessons learned from both their successes and failures have shaped the way they approach game development today. Sega's legacy lives on through its innovative spirit and iconic games that continue to captivate players around the world.